Good morning. My name is Miranda Villolco, and one major social trend shaping society today is changing family structures. In the past, nuclear families were considered the norm, two parents and their child. However, today we see a growing diversity of family forms, including single parent households, blended families, cohabiting couples, same-sex families, multi-generational homes, and childless families. According to social research summarized by Love to Know, and recent studies from universities like UNSW, nearly one in three children globally now grow up in non-traditional family households, showing how widespread this shift has become. This trend can be observed in everyday households and communities and is driven by changing social values, economic pressure, and a greater acceptance for individual choices. Over the next 10 years, this trend will shape society in two major ways. First, culture will increasingly define family, not by structure, but by emotional support, stability, and care. Sociological studies show that families remain central to identity and socialization, even if its form changes. Second, governance and governments and institutions will be pressured to update laws and policies to better be reflecting the realities of diverse families since so many current systems still assume traditional nuclear family models. From an anthropological perspective, changing family structures represents cultural adaptation rather than cultural loss. Anthropologists emphasize that family and kinship systems have always evolved in response to economic and social conditions. Traditions about marriage, parenting, families, and caregiving are being transformed, and the core purpose of family, support, and belonging still remains. From a political science perspective, however, this trend influences governance and public policies. Research highlights that legal frameworks from adoption to parent leave, housing, and taxation are increasingly being challenged to become more inclusive. As citizens' values shift, political leaders are likely to support policies that recognize diverse households in order to maintain legitimacy and public trust. From a sociological perspective, this trend reshapes social relationships and institutions. Schools, workplaces, healthcare systems must redefine, what a family is in their policies and practices. As studies on family diversity shows, social norms are shifting towards acceptance rather than sticking to stigma and encouraging inclusion now across different household types. Overall, sociology best explains the future impact of this trend because it focuses on changing family structures affecting everyday social interactions, institutions, and norms. From an Christian worldview, however, this change should continue to be approached with both trust and compassion, even if it's different from what we usually believe in. While scripture emphasizes how important a family and commitment is, Christians are also called to believe, to love others, show grace, and protect human dignity. I believe this shift will have a mixed but mostly positive impact if society responds with empathy and responsibility rather than hate and judgment. Individuals should practice understanding, and institutions, including churches, should be prepared by offering support that reflects Christ's love while guiding families towards stability, care, and mutual responsibility. That is all. Thank you.